Now, just like every single GTA game, and well, pretty much every single Rockstar game, we've always had weapons, or at least some sort of weapons. And in GTA 6, of course, things are going to be no different. In 2025, on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, we are, of course, as we all know, getting Grand Theft Auto 6. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on the different weapons that will possibly be available and how combat in general will probably work within GTA 6. We'll be comparing it to older Rockstar titles, such as, of course, GTA 5, and then looking at what we can expect from combat and specifically weapons as well in GTA 6. So let's first of all go into GTA 5 and look at things over there, and then we'll look at some other Rockstar games as well, and we'll see how things compare. So let's go over there now. Now here we are in GTA. Now obviously I'm in the online version here, so some things might be a bit different, but in terms of the actual weapons, some of them of course, we'll go through each sort of weapon and we'll talk about some, but some, obviously, I mean, something like a railgun and a Widowmaker aren't going to be in the standard GTA 6. There might be something saved for the online portion of GTA 6, of course. But in terms of the standard weapons that are also in the story, of course we have an assault rifle. Now something like this is, a fairly decent weapon and definitely something we can see in GTA 6. Now, of course, GTA 6, as we've seen in the trailer, is set in present day. So something like an assault rifle is highly likely. Then moving on from that, we've got things similar, compact rifles, everything like that. We'll see obviously more compact weapons, it's going to happen. And obviously we'll see heavy rifles as well. We're going to see slower firing weapons, and of course we'll see the stronger weapons too. Now we'll look at some of the sort of melee weapons that we could get. Now it's very likely that in GTA 6 we'll have knives and everything like that. Now in Red Dead 2 we get a much better sort of interaction with knives. You're able to, tackle people to the ground, everything like that. Whereas in GTA 5 it's sort of a much more basic melee combat, and you'd assume that GTA 6 will follow on from Red Dead 2 in terms of melee combat, since it's much more in depth and there's way more interactions in Red Dead 2. And we'll go over to Red Dead 2 soon. But yeah, in terms of GTA, obviously as you can see things are a bit more basic. But in terms of weapons here, I mean, a knife and a nightstick, yeah, we can see that. A hammer, baseball bat, crowbar, a golf club, a knuckle duster, machete, a pool cue, and then obviously a candy cane is more Christmas themed. But generally speaking, most of these we will, we'll get in GTA 6 or in some shape or form. But they're all standard melee weapons that do pretty similar things. But obviously something like a machete is probably pretty likely. But it'll be interesting to see how the actual melee combat works in GTA 6. But I have no doubt it'd be better than in 5. Now, in terms of throwables, we'll probably see all of this. It's pretty likely, but possibly more than this as well. It's worth noting that about all of them, that there'll probably be more weapons than there are in 5. And yeah, grenades, everything like that, no doubt we'll see. So in terms of shotguns, it's hard to know exactly what ones they'll do. Something like a pump shotgun, I mean, we saw that in Red Dead 2 as well, and that's set in the 1800s. So it's very likely we'll see something like this, I have no doubt. Same with a sawed-off shotgun, and all these shotguns really. They all do pretty similar things, I have no doubt. We'll see, of course, shotguns in some shape or form in GTA 6. In terms of pistols as well, pretty similar. I mean, up and atomizer you're not going to see in the story mode, I assume. But a pistol, obviously, we'll get one of these straight off the bat, really. That's a pretty standard weapon. And then, combat pistol as well. I mean, they all do pretty similar. To be fair, all these pistols are very, very similar. Same, obviously, but that's a much more slow-firing pistol. But a lot of these, we'll see variations, of course, of pistols in GTA 6. But I have no doubt it's going to be a bit more in-depth. And in terms of weapon customization, we might get a bit more with that as well. But, I mean, yeah, they're pretty standard. In terms of combat in first person, I assume we'll probably get a first-person mode in GTA 6. But, I mean, obviously, they're never that popular in terms of... most people don't play it in first person, but some people like to, so it's very possible we'll get a first person mode, but there's no way of knowing, of course, until that's confirmed. And then in terms of snipers, we'll get a sniper rifle, no doubt about it, but of course, you've got to remember it's all going to be a bit more advanced and in-depth than in GTA 5, since it's going to be about 12 years ahead of GTA 5, really, so that's obviously worth noting. But in terms of the weapons from 5 into 6, we'll probably see a lot of similar things, but more as well. That's what I would say, personally. And in terms of the combat, it's, firing a weapon will probably feel pretty similar, but it's just going to look nicer. It's going to feel a bit smoother. And the interactions, I think, in terms of killing enemies and everything like that will be cooler as well. But let's actually head over now to Red Dead 2. But obviously, worth noting, slightly different time zones, of course. Well, not time zones, but eras of, you know, time. But yeah, we'll head over to Red Dead 2 now. So here we are in Red Dead now. Ignore the snow, but basically things are going to be a bit different, of course, but in terms of the combat, the interactions is what I want to more focus on. So we've got your different, you know, the actual weapon types are going to be different. But in terms of an enemy, we'll go find a random NPC, and we'll hopefully, you know, he's happy to, you know, give us his life for content. But yeah, so the way I'll talk about it with Red Dead is not the actual weapons, since you're not going to get, I mean, some of them you might get, but you know, you're not going to get loads of revolvers. You're not going to be sort of sat there dual wielding revolvers and a bolt action rifle. It's all very slow firing weapons. There's no assault rifles or everything like that. Some of these could be in GTA 6, definitely, but obviously it's much different. There's no fast firing weapons really. There's a couple semi-automatic pistols, but that's about it, to be honest. But let's go find someone, and basically the main thing I'm showing here is the melee combat, since as you saw in GTA 5 it's not as good, but we'll see. In terms of melee combat with a knife, I think it's more like, it's going to be similar to Red Dead 2, and also in terms of just using your fists and everything like that, also similar to Red Dead 2. And where actually are we? I need to find some sort of, we'll see if there's anyone at Flatneck Station. Let's go over there and check it out. But yeah, that's obviously where the difference is in terms of the combat there. It does feel better, in my opinion, the combat in Red Dead 2 compared to GTA 5, but I have no doubt in GTA 6 it'll feel better compared to Red Dead 2. There's a real player there, but yeah, I'll let him live. I'll let him live. Let's see if there's anyone round here that's willing. There's a stranger, but obviously I can't kill him, unfortunately. But I don't think there's anyone round here, unfortunately. What we'll do is I'll head over to Valentine, and we'll go and we'll rugby tackle someone over there. So we're here in Valentine, and let's find someone. And oh, I'm very sorry for both of you. Which one's going to be the unknown? In fact, they might both be. We'll use fists first, and then as you can see there, rugby tackling someone, and then we can hit them, and then obviously they hit back, and then it's pretty cool gameplay. And this guy's deciding to get involved as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool gameplay. Obviously witnesses and everything like that will be a bit different, but let's also try and rugby tackle him. And obviously you can see sort of how that works, all the interactions there. It's really, really cool. And there's someone here as well that doesn't like me very much, so we can rugby tackle him. We also are able to execute there as well. And they're really in depth in terms of the interactions with melee combat and everything like that, no matter what weapon you use. So that's pretty fun. And yeah, I mean, it's the same with players as well, and I have no idea whether in GTA 6 it'll be the same with players there as well. But this guy, he's friendly. There we go, good guy. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of the combat really, comparing GTA 6, sort of what we could expect from GTA 6 by looking at GTA 5 and Red Dead 2. But in general, it's going to be better than both, in my opinion. And we'll be seeing a lot of weapons from GTA 5, plus more. But then in terms of melee combat, I think it could be quite similar to Red Dead 2. And yeah, that does just about wrap up things here, really. That is what I'd say so far from the first trailer of GTA 6, what we could expect from the combat and what weapons we could expect to be in the game as well. And yeah, that does just about wrap up things here. On screen now, you are seeing a link to a different video. Hit the link on the screen if you are interested in watching that. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.